This is the book I recently read, 10 Secrets for Success and Inner Peace by Wayne Dyer. These are 10 powerful principles that each and every one of us can put into practice to create for ourselves the kind of life we really like to live. Most of us want to have a sense of peace in our life and would like to feel that we are on purpose. But so often we get tied down with trying to fit in, trying to do the things the way other people tell us to do or the way we are supposed to do. Most important thing any one of us can have is a sense of inner peace, and these principles are very practical and can help you achieve that. These principles are designed in a way that doesn't allow you to become just like everybody else. They are not designed to have you fit in. The first of these principles is to have a mind that is open to everything and attached to nothing. Wayne Dyer says no one knows enough to be a pessimist about anything. And yet each and every one of us, when we close our mind to what is possible for us or what is possible for humanity, closes up the genius that resides within us. Having an open mind means to opening yourself up to the possibility that anything and everything is possible. Most people go out looking for reasons to feel offended. But if you have a mind that is open to everything and attached to nothing, whatever everybody else has to say, your response would be, "That is an interesting point of view. I've never considered that before." You would never feel offended by what people say or do. Progress is impossible if you do the things the way you have always done it. So be detached and you can progress. The second principle is very simple. It says you can give away what you don't have. People who are not good at giving away love can't give away love because they don't have it to give away. If you want to give someone a dozen oranges, you can't do that unless you go out and pick up 12 oranges someplace. The same thing is true with virtually everything in your life. If the things you have inside are fear, anger, and hate, these are the things you are going to be giving away in your life. So take a look at the inventory of what you do have. How much you love yourself, how much peace and joy you have inside you. And if you are able to give that away, just watch and see how much more of that will come back to your life. Because we all know that one of the laws of the universe states that as you sow, so shall you reap. In other words, as you give, so shall you receive. And you usually will receive way more than you give. The third principle is there are no justified resentments. This means if you carry around resentment inside of you and you think you have the right to be resentful, just notice those resentments will always end up hurting you and creating in you a sense of despair. No one ever dies from a snake bite. A snake bite cannot kill you. You cannot be unbitten. Once you have bitten, you've bitten. It's the venom that continues to pour into your system after the bite that will end up destroying you. This means reaching a place that no matter what comes out your way, you always send love, and this is the only thing you can send because that's what's inside you. The next principle, don't die with your music still in you. There is no accident in this universe. We all show up here with a purpose. But too many of us are afraid to listen to the music in our hearts. That's what we really want to do with our lives. Whoever you are and whatever that music is, don't get into the end of your life and know that you will leave this world and not have played it yet. Find out what is that you really want and follow your passion. The next principle is embrace silence. There is only one power in the universe. Call it whatever you want. God, Mother Nature, Allah, Jesus, Buddha. Call it anything you want. You can't get wet from the word water. It's not what we call it that gives it substance. This one power flows to everything in your life, and you can't divide it. It is only when you go deep inside into silence and you begin to practice meditation and embracing silence that you make conscious contact with your source, the true one power that flows to everything. It was when I begin to embrace silence that I begin to feel more connected to my true source, which I call it God. The next principle, give up your personal history. The nice thing about this is that if you don't have a story, you don't have to live up to that. When you give up your story, you move into the now, the present moment. It's the only place that life happens. The next principle is, you can't solve the problem with the same mind that has created it. One of the most difficult things anyone can do is to admit that you were wrong and then change the way you look at something. Then this will make it possible to solve the problem. The next principle is, treat yourself as if you already are what you would like to become. In other words, you see yourself as having already what you know you like to have and deserve to have. Then you act upon those thoughts because, as Emerson put it, the ancestor to each action is a thought. The next principle is treasuring your divinity. This is knowing that you are always connected to the source and that you are a divine being. The last principle is, wisdom is avoiding all the thoughts which weaken you. Every thought has an energy. And if you have a thought of fear, anxiety, and shame, those will weaken you every time that you think about those thoughts. It's what you expect, what you think about that expands. It's what Emerson taught us. The ancestor to every action is a thought. Change your thoughts and you change your world. Change your expectations and you change around what you begin to manifest and see showing up in your life. Hope you enjoyed watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more book summaries in the future. See you in the next video.